Hello everyone, welcome to Joanne's Recipes. So today I'm going to do a Mexican casserole and I'm going to show you all the ingredients that we are going to need to make this easy, fast and delicious casserole for the whole family. Let's go for the ingredients. Alright guys, so this is all the ingredients we are going to need. Of course we are going to need the baking dish. I'm going to use a little bit of olive oil to spray my dish. I have 1 can of the chili beans, the refried beans with some chili beans in here. I'm going to use a taco seasoning. I'm going to need sour cream, cheese. I have a medium onion diced. I have 3 garlic cloves chopped. I'm going to use the yellow corn tortillas. And I'm going to use 1 can of the diced tomatoes with chili. And of course, I have 2 pounds of the ground beef in here that we are going to need. So if I need anything else, I will let you know. But so far, this is what I'm going to use on this delicious Mexican casserole. Okay, everyone. So the first thing that we are going to do, of course, is cook the meat really well. And after you cook the meat, if there's any juices, please discharge the juices. We don't need those juices because we are going to need this meat to be clean. No juices at all. So I'm going to cook my meat, and then I'll come back to show you the rest. Right, guys, my ground meat, it's almost ready. See all the juice in here? So all this juice, we don't want nothing of this in here. We are going to drain all of this. So I'm going to drain this for us to continue with the rest of the ingredients. All the liquid is drained. So now what we are going to do is I'm going to add my onion in here. I'm going to add my garlic. And I had a small orange bell pepper on my refrigerator. This bell pepper came from my brother-in-law, John, that he grew this pepper, and he gave me a few, so I had this one left. So I'm going to use this small orange bell pepper in here too. So now we are going to saute this onion, garlic, and the bell pepper in here. Let all of this sweat and release all the good flavors in here. All right, so I'll be back for us to continue. All right, so my onion, my garlic, my bell pepper are ready. So I'm going to start adding the other ingredients. I'm going to go with the taco seasoning. I'm going to put my diced tomatoes with the chilies in. Stir. And I'm going to go with my refried beans with chilies too over here. Put this whole thing in here. And we are going to mix all of this together. And we are going to let this in here for at least 5 minutes for all the ingredients to incorporate a little bit. So I'll be back to show you the next step. So my oven is preheated to 350 already. So when my casserole is all assembled, it goes inside the oven. So everything, it's really incorporated in here. So I didn't use no salt. So I'm going to taste this and see if there is any more seasoning that I need to put on this. Well, It is good, but I think I'm going to use a little bit of salt. Just a little bit, not much. I'm going to go with a pinch of salt. Just a pinch of salt. That's it. And I'm going to let the salt in here for 1 minute. Stir all of this. And this is ready for us to assemble our casserole. That's going to be so nice and easy. And this is a meal that you can prepare in probably 40 minutes. If you are busy, coming home from work, you have kids, this is one meal that you prepare inside the oven and it's ready for the whole family to eat. So it's really convenient, and especially the weather coming, the cold weather coming. So this is really delicious. But you can eat this any time of the year anyway. All right, so this one is ready. I'm going to just turn off my heat and we are going to go to the other side to assemble this. All right, guys, so I have my corn tortillas in here. So inside this bag comes the 24 tortillas. So I divided the tortillas in 3. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just grab my big knife and I'm going to cut them like this. And I'm going to go like this again. So it will be like this, pieces like this. So this is better for us to, when it comes to take out of the this dish. So I'm going to do all of them the same way I did those. All right, so all my tortillas are cut up. Okay, so now we are going to move to the next step. I am going to spray this just a little bit. Okay. So now I'm going to lay my pieces of corn tortilla in here. It doesn't matter how they go. You just need to cover all the bottom like this. Okay. Look good. The corn tortillas are better to do this because the flour tortillas, they are more like, if you do it with this kind of stuff, it will be like gummy, and this one holds more the liquid. So this kind of, the corn tortilla is better to do this kind of so you adjust all your tortillas in here. Make sure you cover all of this. Okay. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my meat. I'm going to grab my meat and I'm going to spread all over this. Not the whole thing, it's just maybe half of the meat. And we are going to spread this in here. Okay. Let's all spread this in here. Very nice. Okay. Make sure you go to the corners right here. Everything gets happy in here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go with a little bit of cheese in here. Okay. Very nice. A little bit of cheese. You grab your tortillas again and you go all over your pan again, your dish like this. Make sure you cover the whole thing. So I'm going to cover all of this and I'll come back. All right, so the second layer is covered. Now I'm going to go with the rest of my meat. I come here with the rest of my meat. This is so good that if you don't want to do this, this meat is so delicious that if you don't want to do this, you can just, if you don't want to do this recipe that I'm doing here, you can just do the meat, and you can add this to any taco, hard or soft, and you put a little bit of lettuce on top, a little bit of avocado, and this, it will be a delicious meal the same way. So now we are going to spread all of this again in here. Make sure all of the corn tortillas get happy in here. We want everybody happy in here. I want everybody happy. All right. So we smooth it out. Okay. Go to this corner in here. Look at this. That's a beautiful, beautiful casserole in here. All right. So now it comes the other part. Comes the sour cream. We are going to add sour cream in here. So probably 1 cup, cup and a half. So, all right. So now what I'm going to do, we are going to try to spread this out in here like this. Just don't be afraid to spread it out. If it mixed with the meat, that's fine. We all going to dig in later on. But this this sour cream gives you like a different texture in here. Okay, so make sure I'm going to cover all of this. This is like when you do lasagna. If you don't add the cottage cheese, and it will not be good, right? So this is the secret for this recipe in here, the sour cream. So after this is done, the next step and the last step is the rest of the cheese. Let's go with the rest of the cheese in here. If I need more cheese, I have 1 more bag of cheese, so I think I'm going to use a little bit more of cheese. I'm going to grab more cheese. Yes, I have more cheese, so I'm gonna go with a little bit more cheese. Make sure you go all over the corners. Okay, so it's good enough. Good enough. Good. So now I'm going to clean all of this around. There it is, the Mexican casserole. Now this goes inside my oven. The oven is at 350, and probably for 20 minutes. We just want this cheese to melt. Let's give it 20 minutes, then I'll come back and tell you exactly the time that was inside the oven. All right, guys, with a little bit of the tortillas that I got left, so I decided to cut them in pieces like this, in strips. So I'm gonna warm up a little bit of the olive oil or peanut oil or whatever oil you have, and I'm gonna fry them a little bit. So when my casserole comes out of the oven, I will, put this on top of it, so I will not waste my tortillas. All right, so we all gonna save the whole thing. All right, so my oil is hot, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna just grab my strips of the corn tortillas, and I'm gonna lightly fry them in here. Okay, this is a good way of not wasting nothing. They will be so crispy that we're gonna go with our casserole dish right here. So I'm gonna let them fry a little bit more, then I'll come back to show you. All right, my strip tortillas are ready. They are very crispy. So now I'm gonna just transfer them to this paper towel. So I will take all the excess of the oil right here, and they are ready when my casserole is ready. All right, so I'll see you in a bit. All right, guys, my Mexican casserole is done. This was inside the oven for 20 minutes to melt all the cheese. So now what I'm going to do with the corn tortilla strips that I fried them, what I'm going to do is they are cold. So I'm going to just squeeze them in here like this. Just grab them and squeeze them in here. Just break them in little pieces. You don't need to be fancy. You just put the pieces in. Just look at them. So crispy. So now we are doing this. And we need to let this rest, because the best of a meal, it's when it rests. All the flavors get together even more. So, all right. And there it is, my delicious Mexican casserole. Simple to do, like you see. Big enough for a family of 20. And for a crowd. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you next time. God bless you all. And I hope you try this recipe at home, because I'm telling you, I've done this and it's really delicious. Hello everyone, welcome to Joanne's recipe. So my Mexican casserole, it's been resting for 2 hours. You don't need to let your Mexican casserole rest for this long, but I did. So now I'm going to just cut a little piece on here, and I'm going to show you guys how this looks like. This is almost like a lasagna, but it's just with the Mexican. Look at this. Look at this. See, it has all layers in here. It looks like it's a very nice lasagna. You try it. Oh, the corn tortilla in here gives a beautiful, delicious flavor. It's very delicious. So if you do it at home, please try this recipe, because it's good. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you next time. God bless you all. And don't forget to make this delicious Mexican casserole.